He too must have come to this world for the same purpose. Even with load of disappointments, he stayed in the kingdom because he had no choice. But now he found another option. He thought, okay, this is it. I must find a path to stop aging, getting sick, and death. I should find a path by myself, like them, he decided. He went back to the palace with that thought. As soon as he arrived to the kingdom, he was informed about the fatherhood. At the age of 29, Prince Siddhartha gave this message of being a father to a lovely son. He came back to the palace with the thought of leaving, but now the message is a sign of a newborn. So, by thinking on that, Prince said this. Born happened, newborn aroused. So the prince's son named as Rahula. The name had a deep meaning. It means the bond, an unbreakable bond like a lock in a door. But Prince didn't change his mind. He thought his son too now had to go through the same process of suffering. His son too has to go through aging, sicknesses, death. So he decided that he won't let that happen to the people he loves. The king Suddhodana, Queen Mahaprajapati, Princess Yashodhara, all of them were crying with the fear of losing the prince. But Prince already made the decision. In the Pali Canon, the Sutra Pitaka, Majjhima Nikaya, the Arya Parishana Sutra, page 400 in the 17th chapter, it explains how the prince left the palace while everyone is so worried and crying. He gave up on the people he loved. He left to the forest by thinking that he will find a way to cease all kind of suffering. The prince left the palace with his horse named Kantaka and Channa the charioteer. They went to the bank of the river named Neranjana. He cut his hair from his sword and gave them to Channa, and gave everything else to the Channa and walked to the forest. The horse was so attached to the prince, so the horse couldn't bear it and died. Channa too came back to the palace with lots of voice. As he is no more a prince from hereafter, we call him Siddhartha the Bodhisattva. The Bodhisattva means is the one who willing to attain Buddhahood. In the forest, Siddhartha Bodhisattva met a sage named Alara Kalama. He stayed with the sage and studied everything carefully. Soon he knew as much as his teacher, but although he had learned how to make his mind very calm, he still did not know the way to freedom from all suffering. So he thanked Alara Kalama and left to find another teacher. Bodhisattva then studied with a sage named Uddaka Ramaputta. He learned how to make his mind very still and empty of all thoughts and emotions. But he still did not understand the mystery of life and death, and did not find the complete freedom from suffering that he sought. Again, Siddhartha thanked his teacher and left. Bodhisattva couldn't find a better teacher again, so he decided to find the ultimate truth by his own wisdom and effort. Then he met 5 sages who practiced some strict methods. They didn't eat well, they did not sit comfortably. So Bodhisattva thought of practicing the same hard method with them. He thought that if he practiced hard enough, he would become enlightened. Then for about 6 years, he didn't eat well. He reduced his eating more and more until he ate nothing at all. He became extremely thin, but still he did not want to give up such practice. Other 5 ascetics took care of him. He continued this strict method of practice for 6 years, but he realized that even this cannot be a path to cease suffering. One day, while meditating alone, he fainted, exhausted by the ascetic practices. After regaining the strength, he thought this is not the way. From then on, Bodhisattva began eating normally. Soon his health was completely restored. It was clear to him now that this method was not the way to enlightenment. However, his 5 friends continued with their ascetic practices. They thought that Siddhartha had become greedy. They felt like cheated, and so they left him. He ate well and regained the health. He was all alone then. His 2 teachers couldn't offer him a proper way of ceasing suffering. Not even the strict method of 5 ascetics show him a path. So he is now all alone and ready to find his own path to seal all kind of suffering. When he is on his own, Bodhisattva had 5 dreams. The first dream was he dreamed that this mighty earth became a bed for him. The Himalaya, the range of mountains, became his pillow. His left hand rested on the eastern sea. His right hand rested on the western sea. His 2 feet on the southern sea. The reflection of the dream was that he would awaken to the supreme bliss of enlightenment by knowing and realizing the 4 noble truths. The second dream was he dreamed that from his navel arose a red grass and continued growing until it touched the clouds. The reflection of the dream was that he would fully understand the path and share the teaching with all beings. The third dream was he dreamed that white worms with black heads crawled on his leg up to his knees, covering them. The reflection of the dream was that many householders would go for a refuge in the Triple J. The fourth dream was he dreamed that 4 birds on different colors came from the 4 directions, fell at his feet and turned all white. The reflection of the dream was that the 4 castes, caste of king, the highest, caste of priest, caste of business, and caste of poor, all would go into the monkhood under Lord Samma Sambuddha to explore the Dhamma and become disciples. The fifth dream was he climbed up a huge mountain of dung without being soiled by the dung. Can you do that? In real, it is not possible to walk on a mountain of dung without shrinking on it. But in his dream, it was the other way around. The reflection of the dream was that he would receive gifts in terms of food, clothing, accommodation, and medicine, and will use them, but without becoming attached to any of them. After the dream, in one morning, a woman named Sujata offered Siddhartha some delicious milk rice porridge and said to him, "May you be successful in obtaining your wishes." By then, the Bodhisattva's age was around 35 years old. Bodhisattva thought, "May this become my last meal before the enlightenment." And when he finished eating, he took the golden ball and threw it in the river, saying, "If I am to succeed in becoming a Buddha today, let this ball go upstream, but if not, let it go downstream." The golden ball went upstream, all the while keeping in the middle of the river. As you know, when we put something into a river which goes down, that will also flow to the side where river flows. But this was different. He wished something impossible to happen. Wow, the ball floated upstream, just as he wished. So he sat with crossed legs, with his back towards a tree. The name of the tree was Asathu. We call it now as Bodhi, the tree of enlightenment. You may have seen some people go to the temple and worship a tree. They pour water and offer flowers. That's the Bodhi. That is to represent this first tree which supports Bodhisattva to become an enlightened one. Let's find out about these Bodhis in another story. So after making a strong determination, he started meditation. Then Bodhisattva began to realize everything. He got to know about the suffering, the unsatisfactory feeling. He realized the cause for the unsatisfactory feelings. He realized the cease of all kind of unsatisfactory feelings. He realized the path of ceasing all kind of unsatisfactory feelings. These are the Four Noble Truths. At this point, the Mara, the god of death, appeared to trouble him. Even though he was a god, He doesn't like to be enlightened. He believed in all kind of pleasures, and Mara thought that this is better than enlightenment. So he doesn't like people who make attempt to become enlightened too. And also in Sambuddha's case, he doesn't like it at all. Because he knew if Bodhisattva become a Lord Buddha, he will guide others to get rid from the life cycle too, which means there will be a solution for the death. And that also means the job of Mara, the death god, is going to have some issues with his appointed job. He liked to see the death,